Um, so yeah, as a departure point for the body of work that I created for the show at Alcheringa, the first design that I started playing with, the idea, was very simple, but I wanted it to be a really strong connection to Northwest Coast. I wanted people to see it and be like, okay, like obviously that's Northwest Coast and the elements had stood strong. But at the same time, I wanted to play with the form line in such a way where it was disappearing. And I wanted the design to have people kind of have their eye trace, like follow the lines, and then all of a sudden have form line kind of fade away and have them questioning where that balance is. So a lot of them turned into single lines. And then I did a second one, which was called Lines of Time. And Lines of Time, I wiped away form line completely, and I used just single lines intertwining in and out of each other, and they were floating. And I did them all in different colors. And when I was working on this one, I kept thinking about just the universal flow of energy. And I kept thinking of each single line as a strand of energy. And I kept thinking about us globally as human beings, that no matter what race we are, no matter what we are, we're nothing unless we're all together, working together. So for me, it was like, that's why it was like lines of time. It was like in this moment, no matter how colorful and things are, it works when it's together. So it was like a starting point for a whole next series, like a body of work. So then the second design I did, our third design after that, was the first painting for the show. And that one, I wanted it to be subtle. So I used really light colors. I used lots of light blue, and kind of like a more richer blue, and then light green, but in the center there's an eye and it's red. And I wanted that to be the focal point, all the colors to be so neutral and soft, but that red just kind of like jumps out, a nice deep wine red. So I wanted the viewer, when they came in, to be drawn into that, but as a curiosity. So it's kind of like a nice neutral feeling when you look at it, but it's like intriguing. It's like, what is behind this red eye? So in the second one, the eye grew bigger. The red is a lot bigger and is a little bit more, and I started to spread it out throughout the design. And then I used a little bit more deeper colors. And then as the rest of the painting started to unfold, I started to introduce more colors. I spread the red out more into the corners and made it more bold. And then I started introducing yellows and greens and vibrant colors. And it was like a statement about the evolution of one design, but the movement speaks for itself. Every design. So it's kind of like the departure point was like lines of time. It starts off with just lines. It's like when you sit down at a desk and you have a pencil and paper, you start off with just lines. And what you make of it in the end, when you start adding colors, your signature is how you feel in the moment. So it was progressing into that. So every painting that I was doing was pushing through each other still. The lines were going overlapping and colors were changing, but it was still positive, negative, and it was still very distinctively First Nations. So everyone was progressing in such a way until I got to the final painting, and I started to think more about emotion. And the last one was very, I guess, significant to me because I wanted to use symbolism, and I wanted it to be very effective, the colors and the mood. So the last one has got so much color going on, and it's so inviting, and it's rich, and it's exploding with so many different positive feelings and energy. Yet I wanted the symbolism of the lady, and the last one is called elegance. It's about a Zunaqua lady, and within our legends, a Zunaqua lady is known as to be very grotesque and slow and very dim-witted, and she tries to capture children and eat them, but she's so slow and thinking that the kids always outwit her and get away, and she's never successful in what she does, tired all the time and sleepy, and lives in the forest and is kind of like shunned from society. So I've always thought about that Zunaqua lady and what it would be like in modern times or today. And I think about it in society today, how many people that we view externally in certain ways without actually getting to know what's inside, how everybody feels. So this whole body of work is about peeling away the layers and seeing nothing but color. So as it's evolving, there's more color involved, because I think of like if we were to walk around in human society as with no exterior shell and were to only see each other in a natural sort of way with no race or no anything, we would see energy and color and a lot of brightness and life. So as the work is progressing, that's what I'm feeling at the time. And the last one, the Zunaqua lady, she's painted in yellows and different colors, but I wanted her body image. She's like sitting at a bar and she has a wine glass and she's looking down and she has one hand like this, but I wanted her body language to be shy. I didn't want her to be looking up. I didn't want her to kind of be, it was my view of still like, where would this woman be viewed today? It would be somewhere dark. She would be shy and still kind of hiding. But I wanted people to be drawn into the painting by the color, and then to ask, who's the lady? Because that's how I think we should view everybody in life, is by that, not by what you see. So I think if I change all the colors, and if it was black, nobody would, they'd go to the brighter ones right away. So I made this one the most explosive in color in every which way, because that lady is beautiful no matter what. So, and then I titled it Elegance. And yeah, that's the body of the whole work, I think. This is a bracelet that I'm also adding to the show. And it's just something along the same lines of being abstract. This is titled Spirits in a Material World. And I just wanted to keep playing with flow and introducing that the more, because it's jewelry and it's bracelet, that you want things to be flowing and you want it to look pretty and balanced. So I played with all the cross hatching in such a way and made it moving in such a way that no matter what way you wear it, it will still be, there's no right and wrong way to wear it. The spirits in a bracelet, this side is a frog, and you can see like its hind leg here, and its back with the circles, and it comes up, and here's the eye and the mouth, and then the front little claw, and then it's just abstract, it's all working around. And then the center here is like an eagle in an oval shape, and it's just kind of like just symbolic of like just energy, like a force of energy. It's a center, so it's the bringing the balance between everything. And then I flip it around this way, and then there's a bird on this side, and it's no particular bird or anything, I just wanted it to be symbolic of flight and taking flight and moving. And then in the belly is just like another spirit face. So I wanted to bring it all together in a bracelet and title it Spirits in a Material World, where the spirits are living within the bracelet of the design, and the materialism is the bracelet itself. So it's the glamour and everything that comes with it. So it's kind of finding that balance in something that, like Christianity, people wear crosses, they look very beautiful and they're gold and blingy or whatever, but there's still something deep within it that means something that people can connect with. So I wanted that same sort of feeling for our native art, and not to have it be something particular like just a killer whale stretched out. I wanted it to be more flowing and having fun with it and having them be the actual spirits. So yeah.